Hi friends, today I am discussing about the numerical methods and programming. So in my one of my earlier video I have discussed about the trapezoidal rules and Simpson one-third rule. So here I am discussing how to write a program in C to implement the trapezoidal rule and Simpson one-third rule. So as I know, the trapezoidal rule is trapezoidal rule is the integration equals to x0 to x0 plus nh fx dx equals to h by 2 y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus up to yn minus 1 and Simpson one-third rule is integration x0 to x0 plus nh fx dx equals to h by 3. Initial part is the same, y0 plus yn plus 4 into what term, that is y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus up to yn minus 1 plus 2 into even term y2 plus y4 plus up to yn minus 2. Okay, so now if the question is like that, write a program to find integration 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. Suppose it may be any kind of problem, or integration 0 to 6 log x dx, or any kind of using trapezoidal rule, or second was the Simpson one-third rule. So here we have to use the programming. So if we do the same thing manually, so what we are doing, suppose 0 to 1 dx by 1 plus x square. So if we do it manually, first we have to do a tabular form or table x and y means here the fx, that is equals to here 1 by 1 plus x square. So lower limit is the 0 and up, and then in this problem h is given, suppose it may be 1 by 4. So x equals to, first value is the 0, then 1 by 4, then 1 by 2, then 3 by 4, then 1. So subsequently we will get the 5 y values. This is y0, this is y1, y2, y3, y4, like this. So when we do the same thing using program, we have to use the same logic into this program. Now in program we are writing, so hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. Then we will defining a prototype float function of float. This is the prototype, declaring the prototype. Then we are writing the main function void main. So here the formula is y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 up to remaining, and initially that is a h by 2. Now when we are doing writing the program, so first we are taking an integer int type of I and n. I we are taking for here we have to use loop. Definitely here in the formula the y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 up to yn minus 1, that means we have to use a loop. For that we are taking I and n for the number of sub interval or intervals. Next we are taking the float type. So float we are taking a for the lower limit, we are taking b for the upper limit. Then we have to calculate the h. Then we are taking sum equals to 0 and res equals to 1 for res equals to 1 we are taking because to avoiding the garbage values. So now first we are writing printf enter number of sub intervals scanf %d ampersand n. Next we are writing printf enter lower and upper limit scanf percentage for lower limit ampersand a and ampersand b. Okay, next we are calculating h equals to b minus a divided by number of sub interval, and then we are writing sum equals to function of a plus function of b. First we are writing the program, then I am discussing the logic. Then for I equals to 1, I less than n, I plus plus, and sum equals to sum plus function of a plus I into h. Then we are adding our result equals to sum into h by 2, and finally we are printf result of integration equals to percent f res get ch. And now we are creating writing the main the function. That means here the function 1 by 1 plus x square, that means the float type function of float x and float of capital A we are taking, and we are defining here a equals to the here the function as in different kind of functions we are declaring different kind of functions. So if we take the function is 1 by 1 plus x square, then a will be 1 by 1 plus x into x, and then return a. Okay, that's all. So now I am discussing the logic about the. So initially we are taking I for the loop, and n is the number for the number of sub intervals. We are taking small a for the lower limit, b for the upper limit, h for the uh, in the rules, in the formula there is age for, that's why we are taking age sum equals to 0 and res for the final result. So printf enter the number of sub interval. First we are taking user input n for the number of sub interval. Then we are taking the lower limit and the upper limit. So lower limit, this is also user input for a and b, and we are calculating over here h equals to upper limit minus lower limit divided by number of sub intervals. So upper limit here is the b, lower limit a divided by number of sub interval n, and sum equals to function of a plus function of b, because here if we see the first age from in the formula is y0 plus yn. So function of a is nothing but the, so function of a is nothing but the y0, and function of b is nothing but the yn. Here we are calling the function from the here, and we are declaring over the function here. And next, the remaining part 2 into y1 up to yn minus 1. So that's why we are taking, this is y0 and yn, so that's why we are taking for I over here from 1, not 0. So I less than n and I increment I plus plus. So sum equals to sum plus, already this is the sum equals to function of a plus function of b. So that's why sum equals to sum plus function of a plus I into h. In the first time I equals to 1, that's why a plus h, then a plus 2h, then a plus 3h, up to like this. So a plus, in the first case a plus h means function of a plus h means nothing but the yn. Next case it will be a plus 2h, a plus 2a, function of a plus 2h means nothing but the y2. So like this it will this loop will continue up to I1 to I n minus 1. Okay, and finally we are multiplying by h by 2, because in the beginning here is the h by 2, and after completing the main function we are writing here, this is the function, declaring the function here. A is here the main function is dx by 1 plus x square in this particular problem. So that's why we are writing here a equals to 1 by x into x, and we are return a. Okay friends, that's all.